begin by just standing at the top of our mat. So coming to the top, placing feet about hip distance apart, letting all four corners of the feet gently ground into the floor. Soften the knees, let the shoulders roll back and down, create length within the spine. If it feels comfortable to do so, we'll take a moment to let the eyes slowly close. Giving ourselves this opportunity to transition the focus, shifting from the external world to the internal. No need to force or change the breath in any way. We simply become aware of that natural rhythm of expansion and contraction. Just offering our awareness to that rhythm, knowing that this is yoga in its simplest form. This is breath connection. Just as we start to become aware of our own breath, we want to take a moment to scan through, having an inventory on the body, the mind, and the heart. Noticing what we've brought with us to this space. Quietly acknowledging any area that feels tense or tight. Committing to honoring and caring for any necessary parts. Let this time on the mat be an opportunity to slow down, to nourish and honor the body, and let it be a space to connect fully to the breath. So if we chose to close the eyes, we'll gently flutter them open, taking our inhale with our arms reaching high. Left hand will hold the right wrist, and as we exhale, we'll lean slightly to the left, creating a gentle bend into our elbows, shoulders drawing behind the ears. Inhale, we'll bring our bodies up to center, switching the grip, right hand to left wrist, and exhale, leaning to the right. Soften the elbows, bring ease to the jaw. Inhale will come up. Exhale, release the arms, let's float behind. If it's comfortable to do so, we'll interlace fingers. Rolling our shoulders back and down. Let the heart stretch forward. Even lift the gaze slightly. We're continuing to hold that soft micro bend into the knees. With our toes unclenched, we'll take an inhale and slowly hinge forward from hips as we exhale. Taking our time, we're just guiding the belly in towards the thighs. Let those knuckles stretch behind or up towards the ceiling. One more inhale, deep bend of elbows as we exhale, releasing fingers towards the mat. Maybe it feels good in the body for us to just gently sway out in a ragdoll, noticing any sensations that may be present through the back of the body. We'll come back to center, bringing our bodies to stillness. Let's inhale, drawing hands to shins, creating a flat back. And on the exhale, we fully fold, fingertips to the mat. We're stepping our right foot behind, lowering right knee down. Hands may be coming to hips, or the arms extend over, thumbs pointing behind. Hold that soft, steady gaze forward, lengthening on the inhale, Explore deepening the lunge, even slightly, as we exhale. One more breath in. And as we breathe out, we'll place hands to the mat, framing the front foot, shifting our weight so the left leg is straight and toes are high. Let's gaze to the top of the mat, lengthening as we inhale. Soft bend of elbows on our exhale. Beginning to lift our gaze, we're looking forward. Let's walk back to a low lunge, placing our right hand firmly under the shoulder, fingers spread wide. Actively hugging left knee to chest. We're going to inhale, left arm up, or if it's best within the body, left hand coming to hip. Inviting that heart to open up to the left side, softening the shoulders, maintaining space between upper and lower teeth. One more inhale. Left hand returning to the mat as we exhale. Let's curl our back toes under, lifting up that knee. Step or slide back, coming to our forward fold. Moving with our breath, on an inhale, we come halfway up, creating a flat back. Exhale, fully fold. Inhale, we're going to rise, all the way up to standing. We'll take our palms together and exhale, bending the knees, chair pose, holding here. Hands can rest together at the heart center, or maybe it feels good with our arms extended. Thumbs up, shoulders gently drawing down. Let's take the weight into the heels. Allow the toes to unclench. A few more deep breaths. Begin to draw those hands back into the body. Let's use our inhale to lengthen, reaching high. And exhale, we're going to swan dive, hinging from our hips all the way down. Inhale, halfway up, creating a flat back. Exhale, fully fold, fingertips down. We're now stepping the left foot behind and lowering the knee. Hands to hips or arms reaching up. If we're elevated, palms facing, soft gaze forward. Let those front toes unclench. Invite those hips to draw gently towards the earth. One more inhale. Hands to the mat as we exhale. We're going to shift our weight back. Right leg is straight and the toes are up. Gazing forward. Let's take a deep breath in. And as we breathe out, a soft bend to the elbows, inviting belly and chest to lower to that right thigh. But allow that to be a guide and not a destination. Nothing about this practice needs to be forced. Starting to look forward, we'll make our way back to a low lunge. Left hand firmly under the shoulder. Keep hugging right knee to chest, and we'll take an inhale and reach our right arm up, or recalling that we can place right hand to hip. Actively drawing knee towards the chest. Smoothing out the muscles of the face. Invite that tongue to draw away from the roof of the mouth, letting the throat open. Nice deep breath in. And as we breathe out, right hand to the mat. So we're framing the foot, curling our back toes under, lifting up the knee. We're going to step or slide back to our first downward facing dog. If it feels good, creating slow movement here by pedaling the feet, swaying the hips, shaking the head just slowly, yes and no. Rotating elbows to the midline, gazing softly towards the knees. Coming to stillness, pressing hips high as we inhale, lowering knees to the mat as we exhale. Knees are under hips, we're walking hands directly under shoulders. Option for our palms to be flat, or we can create fists for wrists. We're going to do our best to rotate elbows slightly to the midline. Let the gaze soften, and we're flowing with breath. On an inhale, let the belly draw towards the mat as chin and chest lift up. Exhale, slowly rounding spine towards the ceiling, chin to chest. Moving between these postures at a pace that feels nourishing. Take the time to hold and savor wherever it feels good. If it's honoring the body, we'll flow through one more round. We'll come back into our neutral tabletop, feeling that core engaged just slightly. We're now going to walk hands towards the top of the mat, palms shoulder distance apart. If we can, let's spread those fingers wide. And as we inhale, we guide the body forward. Shoulders are over the wrists. We tuck our elbows in, and we're going to exhale slowly. Belly, chest, and chin to the mat. Relaxing the glutes. Inhale, we lift our chin and chest away. And we're going to exhale, pressing our hips towards the heels. Child's pose. Noticing if it honors the body to hold here and breathe. Or perhaps it feels best for us to take that flow a couple more times. If we're going to flow, we'll use our inhale to draw up and forward. We're in a kneeling plank. Elbows are in. We're going to exhale slowly. Belly, chest, and chin. Rolling our shoulder blades down. Inhale, we lift, chin and chest away. Exhale, we'll press hips to heels. Child's pose. Guiding ourselves through one more if it's feeling good. No need to rush and no need to force. And when we're ready, we'll find our way into child's pose, maybe widening our knees, letting our arms extend in front. And if we can, let's walk our hands over to that left side, reaching our right fingertips a little further. taking a nice deep breath in. And as we breathe out, feel that head fall heavy between the biceps, experiencing that space we've created within the right side body. Lifting slightly, we'll walk our hands through center and all the way over to our right side where those left fingertips reach a little further. Let's take a nice deep breath in. And as we breathe out, we float gently towards the mat, feeling that space along the left side. Lifting slightly, we'll find our way to center, hands shoulder distance apart. We'll tuck our knees in if we chose to go wide. And with an inhale here, we'll draw up, returning to our neutral tabletop. And exhale, left foot comes through between our hands. Gazing forward towards the top of the mat, let's explore curling our back toes under, lifting up that back knee. Fingertips can remain on the mat. Maybe it feels good to draw hands to hips. Or we do have the option to extend our arms over where the palms are facing one another. If our arms are reaching high, creating a soft bend to the elbows, let the shoulders come and rest behind the ears. Press that back heel firmly to the mat. Gaze forward. Let's take a moment here and breathe. One more inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to turn our back toes towards the long edge. Front knee is still bent. And if we can, we're expanding our arms now to reach in front and behind. Left fingertips reaching forward. Both palms face down. Let those shoulder blades start to slide into the back pockets. Steady the gaze forward. Let the weight roll gently to the outer edges of the feet. Warrior two. Holding that gaze forward as we inhale, we're going to watch our front palm flip up. Exhale, floating into reverse. Right hand resting softly on the back leg. Create a gentle bend to the elbows. Find the most comfortable position for the head. That could be gazing forward, out to our right side, or down towards the back foot. Feeling that space within the side body. Relaxing the toes. We're going to use an inhale to straighten the front leg, not locking the knee. And exhale, we guide ourselves forward, coming to triangle. Left hand to the shin, top of the foot or the mat. Right arm can reach high. Or if it feels best in the shoulder, right hand to hip. Again, unclenching toes. Let those shoulder blades draw together. We're opening up towards that right side. Feeling that right hip draw back. Crown of the head is stretching forward. Taking one more inhale. And exhale, gently placing both hands to the mat. We're framing our front foot. All toes turning to point forward. Front leg is fairly straight with just a soft bend into the knee. Exploring what it feels like to elevate those front toes, gazing forward, and exhale, soften the elbows, and let's fold, pyramid pose. Creating space for the neck, let those shoulders slowly melt from the ears. We're looking forward, replanting the front foot. Palms rest firmly, shoulder distance apart. Taking the time to step or slide back, downward facing dog. Any movement that feels necessary, we'll do so mindfully. Gazing softly towards the toes or the knees, we feel the elbows rotate to the midline. One more inhale, come to stillness. And exhale, knees back to the mat. We're in our tabletop. And we're going to slide that right foot through, now between the hands. Gazing forward. Explore curling the back toes and lifting up the back knee. Hands can remain on the mat. We can draw to our hips. Or we can extend over, palms facing one another. But there's no expectation that it needs to be the same. We're squaring our hips up to the top of the mat, unclenching the front toes. Crown of the head is stretching to the sky. One more inhale, and let's transition as we exhale. Back toes to the long edge, front knee is still bent. We now have those right fingertips reaching in front. Left fingertips are behind, palms face down. Just invite those shoulder blades to slowly slide into the back pockets. A soft bend to elbows. As we hold our gaze forward, looking just beyond the front middle finger. Just as we start to settle into warrior two on this side, let's come back to the breath. Feeling that simple rhythm of expansion and contraction, and the slight movement it's creating through the belly and the chest. Softly, we're stretching out in both directions. And on an inhale, let's watch that front palm flip up. And exhale, gently float into reverse. Left hand resting softly on our back leg. We gently are stretching through those right fingertips, adjusting the head, creating comfort to the neck. Couple more deep breaths. Feel that space. And as we inhale, we'll begin to straighten that front leg, keeping a soft micro bend. And on the exhale, let's come forward. Right hand is resting along the shin, top of the foot or the mat. Left arm can reach high where the palm is facing out. Or left hand is coming to the hip. We're going to roll our weight towards the outer edges of both feet, guiding that left shoulder to draw behind as if we were pressing up against a wall. Let's maintain that space between upper and lower teeth, breathing with ease and awareness. We have one more inhale. Slowly placing our hands to the mat as we exhale. Let's turn our back toes to point forward, just a soft bend to the front knee. Lifting our eyes, we look to the top of the mat, lengthening our spine on an inhale, soft bend to elbows as we exhale. We have the option within this posture to lift up the front toes, but noticing how that changes the sensation behind the front knee. Recalling that there's nothing to prove, so we're not forcing our bodies. Taking this time as an opportunity to explore our edge. Recognizing how our bodies communicate. Seeing what's needed for the body to feel well within this moment through this particular posture. We'll begin to lift our eyes, replanting our front foot as our hands rest firmly under the shoulders. Gently, we'll step or slide back, meeting in a downward facing dog, with our hips pressing high and crown of the head slowly floating towards the earth, holding our soft gaze to the knees. Maybe it feels good to just slowly pedal out the feet here, taking a deeper bend to one knee and then the other. Let's find our way to stillness if we aren't already there. Rotating our elbows in. One more inhale, we're pressing the hips up. And exhale, draw knees to the mat. Let's shift back, coming to child's pose. Option here to widen the knees towards the long edges. Arms can remain extended in front. If we have a lot of tension through the head and the face, exploring the option of creating fists, placing those fists on one another, and then resting the forehead. Or perhaps it feels most comfortable within the body for us to wrap our arms around the sides, letting that forehead fully rest on the mat. This is an opportunity for us to slow down, to check in and reconnect, noticing that slight movement through the back of the body as we breathe in and out. We'll gently place our hands under the shoulders, taking our time to roll up gently one vertebrae at a time. Shifting our feet to one side, we'll come to seated. And extending our legs nice and long in front, toes are up. Maybe it's helpful for us to remove flesh from sit bones. Lengthening out the spine. Let's take a moment, come to a seated forward fold. So lengthening as we inhale, maybe the arms reach up. And as we exhale, hinging from our hips, just letting those hands float down, coming to rest along the shins, the ankles, or maybe peace fingers around the big toes. Gazing softly towards the feet, lifting the chest on an inhale. Explore deepening that fold on the exhale, trusting the breath to guide and companion. Lifting the gaze, we look forward, gently rolling up, all the way, returning shoulders over hips, left knee into the chest, and if it's comfortable, crossing left foot over the right leg. Our right hand or right elbow is going to hug that left knee. Left arm is coming behind. Let's take a nice deep breath in, we lengthen, and as we breathe out, we twist. Soften the gaze, relax the jaw. On an inhale, we'll find our way to center. Exhale, release from the twist. Let's draw that left foot to the inside edge of the right thigh. Both sit bones still planted on the mat. Back of the right hand is coming to the shin, or if it's available, peace fingers around the big toe. On an inhale, let's explore that left arm reaching high. And exhale, as we hinge into our right hip, the left fingertips are resting behind that ear. Gently guiding shoulder blades together, we're opening up the chest, letting the heart stretch to the sky. One more inhale, and as we exhale, let's turn the nose and chest to that right thigh. Let the hands frame that leg. We walk our hands slowly towards the body, rolling up, keeping that left leg where it is, right foot coming to meet it. So as we rest those sit bones firmly into the mat, maybe it feels good for us to let those heels press a little further away from the body. Taking our hands to our ankles or cupping the outer edges of the feet. Let's slowly inhale, creating length, and exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Let the belly and chest float gently towards the earth. Crown of the head is actively stretching forward. Create ease to the jaw. Lift the gaze, slowly rolling up. Let those knees draw back together and extend only the left leg. If it's available, we're crossing our right foot over the left leg, and the left hand or elbow will hug the knee. The right arm is resting behind. As we inhale, we can feel crown of the head stretching up, and use the exhale to twist to the right. If we've wandered off, we'll come back to our breath. Using an inhale to draw to center. Exhale to release. We're going to guide that right foot to the inside edge of the left thigh. Both sit bones are still connected to the mat. Left hand is coming to the shin or our peace finger, so index and middle finger wrapping around the big toe. Just with an inhale, we can watch that right arm reach on. And exhale, let those right fingertips come and rest behind the ear. Explore deepening the hinge into our left hip, actively guiding our shoulder blades together. Tongue is slowly melting from the roof of the mouth. Let's keep the throat open. One more inhale. Turning chest to left thigh as we exhale. Let the hands frame the left leg. And we'll slowly roll all the way up. Planting right foot and then left. Preparing to draw onto our backs. So fingertips can rest softly on the hamstrings. And when we're ready, let's come down just one vertebrae at a time. And as we arrive onto our backs, taking a moment to lengthen the body fully, pointing the toes away, let the arms extend overhead. Interlace the fingers if that's available, and slowly we'll stretch up through the sides, taking up space. Creating one more inhale here. And then using the exhale to guide knees to chest, we'll give ourselves that hug. Maybe it feels good in the body for us to rock gently side to side. And then just when we feel ready, we'll come to stillness and let the body explore and find the most comfortable position here. So legs might be fully extended, soles of the feet could be resting together in a reclined butterfly, or maybe it feels best in the lower back for us to walk our feet towards the long edges, knees coming to rest together. Hands have the option of resting along our sides, or gently placing one hand to belly and the other hand to the heart, connecting to the rhythm of our core. And if it feels safe to do so, we'll invite the eyes to slowly close, quietly welcoming ourselves into Shavasana. Knowing that this is the most important part of our practice, where we take an intentional pause and we willingly step into this space of non-doing. Allow that breath to gradually find an easy, effortless rhythm. Feeling that breath soften the body, soothe the mind, and open up the heart. Knowing that there is nothing to do or accomplish in these final moments. This is an invitation to rest and renew. Taking in what you need and letting go of the rest. Breathe and allow yourself these few moments to take refuge in the silence. Maybe come to appreciate the simplicity. know that you can stay here for as long as you need to. Just before you bring your own practice to a close, please take a moment to just quietly turn inward, reconnecting to the breath, quietly acknowledging, expressing gratitude for the abilities of your body and the power of your breath. I'd like you to know that the light and love in me truly honors the light and love in you. Namaste.